Hi there, and welcome to my channel, Hisame Artwork. So, my birthday is coming up, therefore I decided to publish this video now with another frequently asked question, and that is, what are you? Are you one of those people? Some people, honestly. Um, and I can understand their curiosity. I guess I look contradictory to my name and I subvert their expectation like some Hollywood blockbuster. Now, for added context, what I'm drawing here, I did this for the 10 Style Art Challenge, which we did a few years ago, and I love for us to do again someday because it was very fun. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in us bringing back this event. And the way this event works is you draw a character in the style of different artists. For example, you draw SpongeBob in Sailor Moon or Simpson style. But for our group, we did in our styles with our original characters. Now, to get back to the frequently asked question, which is, what's your ethnicity? Where are you from? Like the more nice version of asking me that. So a lot of people assume my culture, ethnicity, stuff like that, and assume incorrectly in very hilarious ways. Personally, I like to avoid answering these questions for two main reasons. One, I don't want people to think just because I was born in a country, I represent those people, and if they find me unpleasant in any way, that should reflect on a whole culture, people group. My birth country does not have a great reputation, and I wouldn't want to add further to that negative press. Secondly, I'm multi-ethnic and also unusual for my countrymen's kind of, I don't know, standards, let's say, from the fact that I'm tall to the fact that I have traveled a lot, I'm nerdy, I'm too white, and yes, I've been told many times I am too white. I'm in no way an accurate general representation, reference for what my countrymen generally look like and behave. But then again, the country is very diverse, so it's not like I'm a unicorn. There are plenty of others that look like me, just not in the south part where I am now. So generally, I respond with, I'm from Europe. But a lot of people, mostly Americans for some reason, are unsatisfied with my answer. So I guess it's okay to say American and generalize a continent-sized union, but European is not okay. How about that? Like, why do you guys find my answer unsatisfactory? Please leave it in the comments below. Do you want the extended answer? Well, here it is. If European is not enough, I can now link you this video because it's tiring to give this answer every time. Now I can just link it. And like, let me be clear, I don't doubt that you can find my birth country on the map. It's the only one in the world shaped like a fish. I mean, it's easy, you can find it. But you have to admit, when I get dialogue like the following, it's pretty funny, and I'm gonna share this with you because I want you guys to laugh with me on this. Because I think it's a great way to treat any like misunderstandings, just funny story to share with other people. So, foreigner says, and now I want to mention that it's foreigner from my perspective. Sometimes I'm a foreigner in someone else's country, but for the purposes of this video, I am me, and the other speaker is miscellaneous foreigner. So here we go. Foreigner says, hi, I love your accent. Me, thank you. Foreigner, what are you? I'm thinking human, but I assume they want to answer more like, oh, I'm from Europe. Okay, but where from Europe? Me, East Europe, foreigner. Yeah, but where in East Europe? Me, Balkans, I guess. Where are you from? And at this point, I'm trying to make polite conversation and like kind of fake interest in the other person to seem polite. And they, for example, a foreigner would respond with, oh, I'm a Midwesterner. And me, awesome. Meanwhile, I'm trying to find an escape from this conversation without being rude. As an introvert, it's like, I dread these things and I'm not great at getting out of them. But the foreigner continues and he's like, so what state are you from? Me, I am confused. I say I am from Romania. It's in the European Union, but we don't have the euro because that's a common assumption. So I just want to put that out there when I'm talking to foreigners that even though we're in the European Union, we don't have the euro. And foreigner goes like, oh, cool, Armenia, awesome. And then I'm even more confused. I'm like, no, that's another country. It's not in the European Union. Romania is. It's the fish-shaped country with all the vampire stories. And when I say that part with the vampires, like, it starts to click in their head what country I'm talking about. So the foreigner says, oh, sorry, you must get that confusion a lot. And honestly, guys, I'm not making this up. This is actually a mashup of conversations I've had with people, so it's always like hilarious to me. I don't know how you would get Romania and Armenia confused, but I guess if you're not familiar, you can. Also, Bucharest is something that gets confused a lot. The two cities are actually named Budapest and Bucharest. Yeah, so, and then I continue with, but I'm only half Romanian, if that's what you're curious about, because often that's what they're asking. And then I ask them, because I'm continuously trying to make some kind of conversation. I'm like, what are you? And they tell me, oh, I'm American. And me at this point, I'm just trolling. I can't help myself, and I'm gonna continue with the same questions they did. I'm like, yeah, but what are you? And then the very pale American foreigner, visibly having an identity crisis, is like, oh, I don't know, mostly European probably. At this point, I'm like, yeah, but are you East European or are you British? And the American foreigner says something like, oh, I suppose I'm American now. We all are. And then, of course, I'm thinking in my head, then why can't I be European? And I just answer with cool. So, to get back on track regarding my other half, well, it's actually 2/4. So my dad is also mixed, basically. That's the point I'm trying to get at. Um, so in total, I grew up with 3 languages and then also had English on TV since I was like 3 years old. So I'm fluent in that one as well. So I'm fluent in 2 languages because I use them a lot. So my dad is half Turkish, half Tatar. Both of these ethnicities are from the Orient and like the Far East even. I'll get into that maybe another time, like I'm not a historian. Anyway, so now that I think about it I try and think about it in a American lens, like by American standards, therefore I am half white, a quarter brown, a quarter yellow. So the real question is for me now is, am I a cappuccino or a mochaccino? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. So yeah, in Romania, people will label me as Turkish girl, even though my family name comes from the Tatar male ancestor and the name itself originates from Arabic. Because Tatar Mongols got into the Middle East, coming from the backside of Asia, and they like converted to Islam. Anyway, people call me Turkish girl because everybody knows about Turkey, or how Romanians say Turcia, and nobody cares about Tatarstan. Like, answer me right now, is Tatarstan even a country or something else? Don't Google it, alright? Off the top of your head, is Tatarstan a country? Type in the comments below. The correct answers will get a tatarash. It's a dish. You can Google it. It's really tasty. So now back to our topic of discussion. My Oriental ancestors ended in current Romanian lands about 200 years ago, give or take, when the Romanian kingdoms were split up between colonial powers like Austria-Hungary, Russia, and the Ottoman Empire. Then when the empires imploded and the borders receded, my ancestors stayed behind and became Romanian citizens. Of course, I'm skipping over some stuff because this video is long enough. Maybe I'll tell you about how motherlanders don't consider my father Turkish because he's a colony born and not a true blood, but that's gossip for another video. Shout out to Avatar The Last Airbender fans. You know how the story is going. Um, Now to end this, hope you found this video entertaining. Also, I have art tutorials and live stream art events on this channel which you can watch, like the quick draw collab. And if you enjoyed this video and want to help me out, then you can please subscribe, comment, like, donate to help me continue fun content like this. And for those of you whose love language is giving gifts, like it is for me, if you're wondering what I love for my birthday, I'd love some fan art of my characters, Niels and Ernest. Or you can do Erwin, Coraline, whichever of my characters you like the most. And if you can't or don't like to draw, I also collect coins, so you can mail me some coins from your country, the cheapest ones you had. Like, I don't want to put you guys up to any too expensive issues. Also, if the stuff gets lost in the mail, none of us will cry about it. So, in conclusion, like the history buffs often say in their videos, if you like the show, help the channel grow. Cheers, and hope you have a lovely week. Bye bye, everyone.